what would you say is like the schedule difference between Division One and NAIA in terms of, you mentioned right there that like the weight room. Um, what was like an, let's say, an average day at, say, Vanderbilt and an average day at your current school?
They're similar.
Mm.
For me, it's different because I'm now getting my master's, and so the class schedules are different versus when I was at Vanderbilt, it was my undergrad. So, at Vanderbilt, you would have it would alternate. So you'd have like morning practice Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then like evening practice Tuesday, Thursday. So, like on Monday, I would wake up at like 5:15, because you had to be in the locker room at 5:30 for your 6 a.m. practice.
Mm.
So, your day started pretty early, and then you have a 2-hour practice. So you're on the field from like 6 to 8. Some girls had to like leave practice early because they had a class, and like that was okay and understandable.
Mm.
Um, but then you would leave practice, and then you kind of had to choose some days whether you wanted breakfast or recovery, because like the dining hall for breakfast is only open for so long. So some days you were like sprinting to the shower, or maybe not taking a shower so that you go get breakfast, versus other days you like, you needed to get in the training room and like do the boots or an ice bath. And so like even though practice is 2 hours, it's really like a 3 hour block out of your day because you have to change and recover and or get food. Um, and then you have classes. So like Mondays, I usually have like 3 different classes you had to go to. Sometimes you have a night class. Um, Mine thankfully were like all during the day. And then um, sometimes it's like I remember like eating a bowl on my way to class because I was like, oh, I gotta get food, but I have 20 minutes to get to my next class. So I was like walking or jogging and eating at times. I felt like I'm like, this is not yeah. I don't think it was totally healthy at the time, but it's what we did. So and then you bring your food, class, and then after class, you have homework. So we had a lot of homework at Vanderbilt, a lot. And you spend like probably 3 hours a day doing homework, like reading or going to a tutoring session, and you don't go to sleep till like probably 11, 12 p.m. some nights. Um, and then you're up the next day. So I liked to get up every like the same time every day. It just helped with my consistency. And then on those days we didn't have early practice. That's when I would do like my time in the Word, or I would do some extra core or bands. On some days when I was feeling good, I would go to the field and do some extra work if I could. Um, Also, as a freshman, you have mandatory study hall hours. We had
Mm-hmm.
10 hours a week you had to spend in the study hall. So you go and clock into your study hall when you could, um, and then you get ready for practice. You had to be in the locker room at least 30 minutes, at least. I was always like the first one in the locker room, way before that, though. I bring my homework in there, like do my bands. But um, early, because you like if you're I don't even know what would happen if someone was late to practice. I can't even like imagine that happening because it's like it does not happen.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
we kind of got all that out in preseason, because preseason is a little different. Some people were like late to meals, and if you're late to meals, there's like consequences, and that kind of just like sets the standard for the rest of the season. But
Mm-hmm.
yep, you're not late to practice. And then you have meetings. So we'll have sometimes a meeting before practice where we're doing film, we're going over some sort of team bonding, we're going over team core values. We would read a book as a team together each semester. And so we would have team discussions about that book. So these were like different meeting blocks. So there's another hour of your day gone to soccer. So it's like a minimum of 3 to 4 hours of your day is devoted to your sport and your team. And it's a big commitment. So I don't think a lot of people totally realize that when going to college. And I think that's why a lot of people are like, yeah, I'm done with it after my freshman year or after my first season, because I don't think people really understand that it's all your time. So you have to really love it.